She spent years perfecting the art of dance, but the hardest mission, teaching a toddler how to smell again.
7 classmates died, me included. We were all transported to this world, but the moment we hit the holy city, the wolf guard snatched Lyra, the cousin who spent years bullying me.
How dare you use forbidden magic to mimic the late Queen's face? This is blasphemy!
They say the Moonlight Wolf Queen fell 4 years ago. The kingdom went mad with grief, mad with longing. I looked up. The giant stone statue towering into the clouds had my face. I let them shove us into the dungeon. 6 of us, still in our modern clothes, were crammed into a filthy cell, some cursing, some sobbing. This world was deadlier than they imagined. Lyra was taken for one insane reason, her face. Lyra had always used makeup to mimic my look. This world will not tolerate anyone mimicking the Moonlight Wolf Queen. It is the ultimate sin.
Oh no. What about her? She looks more like the queen than Lyra does. Her face. It's a perfect match for that statue outside.
This freak is gonna get us all killed!
Every pair of eyes snapped toward me. I snapped out of it. I stopped staring at my hand. I had just accidentally crushed a rock.
Where did you say we are?
Damn it! She's catatonic with fear.
Forget her. She's always been a freak. Remember when she first transferred to our class? Middle of winter, she jumped into a frozen lake. Claimed she was going home.
She's a psycho, always mumbling crazy shit. You know how she is.
I heard them. They said this was a world ruled by wolves. They have no idea where we are, but I do. My Silver Moon Empire. My name is Sylvain, daughter of the Moon Goddess. I was 12 when the Wolf King's son Kale was brought before me in the Great Temple. For 5 years we were inseparable. The Holy City rebelled, the Moonlight Palace, forcing us to flee as commoners, dodging wave after wave of assassins. The journey was a nightmare of blood and shadows. We clung to each other.
They are here! The Sanctus and the Prince are alive!
Did we survive? Yes. We survived.
When the wolf guards finally found us, the old king was dead. Kale was thrust onto the throne, the new ruler of the wolves. I was 17, he was 12. It was like he grew up overnight. He forced himself to become king, pushing himself past the breaking point. He pored over scrolls deep into the night until his head split with pain, his wolf nature rebelling against his strength. It hurt me to see it. I told him to rest. He waited until no one was looking, then he'd shift into a wolf, nuzzling into my arms.
Sylvie, I'm not strong enough. I must not ease up. I must protect my people. I must protect you.
I stopped pushing him. I simply shared his burden. In 7 years, Kale reshaped the court with an iron grip. He purged the traitorous nobles. The blood outside the sacred forest didn't dry for seasons. They called him the Mad King, the Moon God's wrath. Kale never spoke of it to me. Only after the bloody work was done, he would come to me and lay his head on my lap like a tired young wolf.
Sylvain, today I was the devil again.
You are the Wolf King. A king carries the weight of the entire pack, not just good and evil.
He would fall asleep on my knees, murmuring through the haze.
Sylvain, you're the only one who isn't afraid of me anymore.
But an iron hand has a cost. The next winter, during the Moon God Festival, they struck. I threw myself in front of Kale, taking arrow after arrow until I collapsed into the snow of the sacred forest. The wounds were too deep. My vision blurred, but I saw him, the great Wolf King, stumbling, falling. He crawled through the blood-stained snow just to reach my side.
Don't go, Sylvian. Please, don't abandon me. I beg you.
His hands shook as he tried to wipe the blood from my cheeks, but the more he wiped, the more it spread.
My divine queen was always so proud of her beauty. Why won't the blood stop?
I took my last breath in his arms. I wanted to tell him it was okay, but the darkness claimed me first. I thought that was it. My story finished. Then my eyes lit. A strange world. I woke up in a world of glass and steel, stripped of my magic and my throne. For 4 years I endured Lyra's torment. The slaps, the spit, the stolen inheritance, all while clawing for our way back. I couldn't leave Kale alone in his winter. I had to return, so I thanked the Moon Goddess for that one final bus ride. I am home.
Damn it! I knew you were a cuz!
I looked up at him.
What are you staring at?
I caught his wrist midair. With one flick of my hand, I sent him flying across the cell. Everyone froze.
You've lost your mind! We're trapped in this hellhole, and instead of keeping your head down, you fight back!
Why wouldn't I? I felt the power surging back. 4 years in there. 4 years I couldn't adapt. Had to swallow everything just to survive. Now I'm in the Silver Moon Dynasty. My dynasty. Dorian scrambled up, rage twisting his face. grabbed a rock.
Enough, Dorian! You kill her, we're only deep as shit!
Just call her a heretic. Hand her to the warden. I heard wolf torture methods are creative. She'll suffer plenty.
Guards! There's another heretic in here!
Shut your mouth!
My lord, another blasphemer. She used forbidden arts to mimic the divine Wolf Queen's face. She also bears resemblance to the Wolf Queen.
Where?
The crowd scrambled aside, leaving me alone in the shadows. The warden stepped closer, holding his torch high. The orange flames flickered across my face, and then he froze. The iron keys slipped from his hand. He forgot how to breathe.